Let's move on, shall we? The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has been accused of pricing poor people off London roads by expanding what we call the ULEZ, the ultra-low emissions zone, throughout Greater London. This has been quite controversial because people like care home bosses say that their staff might not be able to get to work if they've got older cars, because those higher polluting cars will have to pay, get this, £12.50 a day to enter the zones. There's not just London, by the way. These things have popped up and down the UK. This is not a London-centric thing. And if you don't have one in your town and city and you're sitting there thinking, well, why should I care about this? We don't have one. Be careful, because these things are spreading right up and down the UK. So if you don't have it yet, never say never. Where do you stand on it?
Well, the reason that we have these things is that they work. Dirty, polluting cars, older cars, they do contribute massively to health problems. There's an Imperial College study showing 4,000 Londoners a year die as a result of bad air quality. 600,000 Londoners suffer from poor health, heart and lung conditions because of poor air quality. Since they did put in the ULEZ in London, air quality has improved. And nitrogen oxides, one of the main pollutants, been cut by a fifth. So we've got healthier streets as a result. It's also worth pointing out the limits aren't set at a draconian level. 19 out of 20 vehicles within London meet the emission standards, and most of those, or sorry, many of those who don't, commercial vehicles, diesel vans, etc. So most people's cars, most of the time, will actually meet the standards. Well, and of course, a third of the population don't own a car. The poorest people don't own a car.
So
and in fact, in cities, it's even greater. Yeah.
You don't think that someone that's got an older car, I don't know, probably for cost reasons, and perhaps can't afford to upgrade, you don't think that's going to be disproportionately penalising them?
To some extent, that might happen. A lot of cars will actually meet the standards, and I think there's a degree of slight... well, I'd be a tiny bit sceptical about what the care home managers are saying. Care homes, a lot of them, don't pay their workers that generously. There are other ways of helping people get to work. You know, other organisations will lay on taxis, or they'll have a minibus arrangement, or they'll help people do car sharing, or they'll even help people join a local car club if there's something like that. So there are alternatives. It's not a perfect solution. Some people might lose out, but a lot of people...
But you're saying for the greater good is the point.
A lot of people are suffering from poor health as a result of bad air quality,